Well, but we also have a bunch of numbers to address. Akzo Nobel shares trading flat after posting a muted set of third quarter earnings. But importantly, if you adjust for the change in the base quarter, you would see that there was a mild growth in their overall performance. Rajiv Rajgopal, who's the CMD, joins us now. Rajiv, thank you so much for joining in. Three questions. At what level has the integration completed? What's your target revenue and market share and competitive intensity? Go ahead.
Good to meet you and great to be on your show, Mangalam. Thank you so much for having me. I just want to correct that I've got redesignated as the Joint Managing Director and CEO.
Wonderful, yes.
And our chairman is Parth Jindal, and we had our first board meeting under his aegis yesterday. Delighted to be a part of the JSW group. I think me and my team are really now looking forward to being a part of the family and now really getting, I think, the sort of support that we need to win in India. So that's the first. On your question on, what's the targeted market share, how's the integration going? These are very early days. I think I'll leave that for a little longer discussion because at a high level, I think the integration has started going very well. I think, but yet the two teams are running differently. We being a listed entity, we have to make sure that we are within the framework of the rules to operate. And hence, making sure that we keep everything at arm's length is one of the considerations that we have to look at. Nevertheless, in our journey, if you look at the last 3-4 quarters, from the moment that the announcement happened in June, where we had a bit of a depressed quarter, to now, we really started moving from a slight, what I would call relative underperformance, to now catching up with industry growth. And I'm keeping my fingers crossed and fairly confident of the days ahead. In terms of specific actions, I think decorative paints, as you mentioned, we saw 2% growth. You've got to look at like to like because you've got to take out the powder coating and IRC business, which got moved out, and also a couple of customers which have gone back to the unlisted Akzo Nobel powder coating entity. And when you net that off, we had about a 2% revenue growth with about an 8% sort of volume growth, 6% overall for paints and coatings. And I'm fairly confident that now we are back onto the trajectory that we wanted to be. We've started seeing very strong volume growths. 3 things we've done. First, we've looked at pricing very carefully and used basically techniques like conjoint analysis to compare ourselves versus our competitors at a market operating price level and made sure that we were slightly having significant premiums. We corrected a bit to make sure that we get back to our consumer base. Second, we are obviously focusing on innovation to drive brand. And third, of course, we continue to drive distribution in our decorative business. In our coatings business, we've started tying up with marquee brands, including JSW-MG, to make sure that we get a lion's share of the entire aftermarket. In our marine and protective and our industrial coating business, we had some challenges in our marine business. We've started getting back to growth, and I'm fairly sure that we've got a robust quarter as we move forward to the current quarter.
Quickly, Mr. Rajgopal, when does the merger with JSW Paints, when does that complete? An exact timeline? And the name change, how quickly do we expect that and what will that be?
So first and foremost, as far as the name change is concerned, we've given it to the minority shareholders. We should complete the voting process in the first week of March. It's a lovely name, JSW Dulux. So once that is done, then we start moving in. As far as mergers are concerned, currently the 2 entities will run for a period of time separately. We'll come back to you with finer details as we progress ahead.
Take that point. Always a pleasure speaking with you. A short conversation, effective one, but we'll have a longer one on the competitive intensity and the way you plan to take your premium market share going forward as well. Rajiv, always a pleasure speaking with you. Take a short break, come back, more on the markets on the other side.